In this case, these cattle thieves said that Mr. Pineda-Maldonado's father owed them a debt and a gambling debt. And they threatened to kill Mr. Pineda-Maldonado and his brother unless they paid the debt. Um, and so that is the crux of how this all begins. And I could be wrong. I think they pay the debt, or maybe they don't. But either way, they flee. And so here we have another Nexus case involving cattle thieves out of the First Circuit. A lot of other bad stuff happens. There's beatings,
Yeah.
all that. But it's about why did it happen? Again, the board and some circuits, they want to say, look, this is just extortion. This is just criminal stuff. This is not asylum. There's no nexus to a protected ground, particular social group, political opinion, all of that. But here's the First Circuit saying, no, that's not necessarily true. In this case, there's a valid claim on account of his family status. Quote, there's nothing in the record that could explain why the cattle thieves deemed Mr. Pineda-Maldonado to be indebted to them apart from their knowledge that he was a member of his father's family. This is a family, this is one central reason appears to be family group. And here's where it really gets me going, because the BIA just issued a decision that could be read as contrary to this, but the First Circuit trumps the BIA, at least in the First Circuit, and that
Yeah.
is, quote, animus towards a protected group, well, to the extent the BIA and some other circuits, well, let me just actually do the better quote. Quote, the asylum statute does not say anything to suggest that animus towards a particular social group is required for an applicant to be eligible for asylum on account of it, end quote.
Mm-hmm.
That is, despite what the BIA recently seems to have said, and other circuits have sometimes said and sometimes not, they don't have to hate the family. They don't have to, saying this is the worst family in the
Yeah.
world, and so we hate your family. No, it's got to be on account of your family membership. And that doesn't necessarily mean a hate for your family here. It could be just because they were targeting him because he was his father's son. And oh, by the way, a death threat in the midst of a single act of violence may be enough to establish past persecution, end quote. So, this last month, and that's Pineda-Maldonado v. Garland, this last month, the First Circuit dropping some asylum bombs in
Yeah.
regards to cattle thieves and Nexus and mixed motives.
Well, that's a lot going on there. Uh, it just popped in my head, like they say the world's oldest profession is